What's up? What's up, everybody, and welcome back to TDPHINSTALK, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. We are live this morning, 7 a.m. sharp on June the 3rd. It is Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for waking up with TD. Oh, yeah. What a morning, y'all. Third episode of Waking Up with TD. I thank all y'all for being here with us. I know some people are on their way to work. Some people just getting up. Some people are still sleeping in. Some people, I just woke up. I just woke some people up, y'all. But you know what? The beautiful thing about the word wake up, it signifies the blessing that we are still here. It does signify the blessing that we're still here. So let's make the most of today, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get up, let's get out, and do what we got to do to enjoy our life. All right? Good morning to you, Vic. I see you, homie. Good morning to you, man. Hope all is well. Good morning, Big Time. I see you. Anthony Antoine, I see you. Fat Boy Swag 2905. Jizzle, I see you. Mr. Miami 305. TD sees you. What's up, Josh Hart? What's going on, man? I'm glad y'all joining us early, bright and early. FSU Nelly said 305 in the house. TD, I appreciate the work you put in, and I appreciate you appreciating the work that I put in. But I'm not the only one that puts in work around here, man. We got a lot of amazing people that puts in work on TDPHINSTALK. Y'all know your boy Ball Game puts in a lot of work. We love him for it. Y'all know what time it is. You got Havoc doing everything he can to make TDPHINSTALK the best show possible. Dwayne Wood, shout out to the homie. He's been moving lately, and I'm glad that his move went safe. Hopefully we can see him today or tomorrow, guys. And y'all already know my girl Phinsanity and so many others help out this channel. But speaking of Phinsanity, I wonder, is she up this morning? You know, she was talking all that stuff yesterday to me. Hey, man, I'm starting to get up, TD. I said, you ain't up this early. She said, I am up this early. I guess she is. What's up, Phinsanity?
Hi, TD. How are you doing? Good morning, everybody. Hey, K, all day.
Stretch it out. Go
Anthony Manzano. Hi, Anthony. Good morning. Good morning, Shake Money. Fat Boy Swag.
Oh, man. You know what? This reminded me because just now it just hit my mind because when I did wake up in the morning before Phinsanity, there was a song I used to sing in the morning.
Oh, Lord.
And I got to get back to singing my song. And I'm going to sing it to you, Phinsanity. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. We're all in our places with bright, smiley faces. And this is the way we start out our day. Good morning to you. Good morning to you.
Good morning, TD. Like, good morning.
Yeah.
Good morning, everybody.
I'm about to get a record deal. Y'all.
Hi, Big Time, Vic, Finn Strong One. Good morning. Thank you guys for all waking up. I was telling TD, dream come true to, get up early on the East Coast and do this with you guys because so many people wake up and come out. So just want to be able to chill and vibe with you guys. Oh, TD, someone said you will get signed to Death Row Records. How do you feel about that one? Never mind.
Listen, man, I'll sign with whoever cutting the check. Whoever cutting the check. It could be Death Row, it could be Life Row. It don't matter. Whoever signing the check, what's up? Y'all hit me up, man. My email, all my contact information in the videos listed below. I'm ready, baby. Bars for days.
Yeah, that's a bar, right? A stolen bar, but
Hey, I'm actually already signed to a record label. Believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, I've been signed to this record label ever since high school. It's called Dead Broke Records. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Dead Broke Records. We ain't made a penny yet, but hey, we still signed. I'm signed, baby. That means I made it. Don't hate. Congratulate.
So a contract is a contract, no matter what. Contract is a
Yeah, man.
contract.
Yeah, man. I know. I know. I'm gonna reap the rewards later down. Later on in the future. Shout out to Alton Trip with the donation, man. He waking up showing love this morning. Thank you, man. We appreciate you. We love you, brother. You make sure you have a blessed day, man. So what's on your agenda today, Phinsanity? What's the business?
You mean Dolphins talk wise or just personal wise?
Yeah, just period. What's on the agenda today? What's going on out here, man?
Oh man, listen. Talking about personal life wise. This is the last day of my Daniel fast, so I'm excited about that.
Woo!
Oh my gosh, I made it, guys. Well, I haven't technically made it yet, but last day. So let's punch it out together. Let's see. Just chilling, trying to be a Jersey girl, stay safe. Probably be on a little bit later with you. Hopefully we can do some more trivia. Like I really miss having people on doing some trivia. Let's give out some money. It's still a tough time for some people. So if you guys are interested, email me at Phinsanity5@gmail.com and I will try to make sure we can get some matchup, maybe some head-to-head matchups. $100 a pop for winners. I don't know. Let's be a little bit vicarious today. It's a Wednesday, right?
Can I email you?
Hey, yes, I would love to see you go head to head against one.
I would load your inbox. I want to play against everybody. $100 a pop.
$100.
Hey, that's gonna be a 15-hour stream.
Listen, LOL to that, because I wonder how many of your followers, subscribers, your family members here would actually have the courage to go up against you head to head.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you, Phinsanity. We've talked about this before, so that's kind of a little shade question you just asked, because I don't want to do no trivia at all, because I would be getting everything wrong.
Why? Listen. As much as I would hate to do this, we could keep it to the Tannehill era, where that 2012.
Hey, see, now you're talking. Nobody want to go up against me then.
Yeah, how many fumbles did Tannehill have? No, how many turnovers did Tannehill have in the second half of that Bengals game?
0. The offensive line had them all. GOAT. Pay me my 100. It's that easy. It's that easy. All right. TD, you look like you legitimately just rolled out of bed. Listen, I did. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. So last night when we ended the stream, what time we ended the stream? Like 11 o'clock or something like that.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Last night, and I told y'all, man, my family, my house is just wild right now. It's just wild. So I get off of the stream last night, and everybody's talking all this junk to me. Oh, you don't want none. I said, line it up. We play Uno, and I declare war all night. I think I went to sleep just after 2 o'clock. And what time did I wake up this morning? 6:30, 6:15. Yeah, it was 6:15. So hurried up, brushed my teeth, hurried up, logged in, got dressed, had to put on my uniform for the day. Had to put on the uniform, got him on the Dolphin uniform.
Oh Lord.
Had the uniform up, man. So TD working on about 4 hours and 15 minutes, but it's nothing better than what happened last night, though. Just to see the kids smiling, laughing. We had a great time, man. We had a really great time. So that's what it's about, man. I'll roll out of bed every morning for nights like that. So that's what's up, man. It was a good night. But at the end of the day, man, we're here this morning, and we are here. That's the important thing. We're just at the 7:10 hour. We already have about 40 people watching right now. I know it's early in the morning, but I'm excited about just starting the day off right, and we're going to do that going forward over here at TDPHINSTALK. So, and Phinsanity, I know we were talking about some stuff off the air this morning. So, talk to us, man. What's going on out here in Dolphins Nation?
First and foremost, shout out to my girl Vicky. How you doing, girl?
Vicky? I ain't see Vicky in a minute. Where's she at?
It's in the comment section. Shout out to
there she goes. She said, "Man, y'all up early. Good morning, everyone. Shout out to Vicky S in the building, y'all. Love you, girl."
So the first thing that I saw this morning that I wanted to address personally was you guys mayor, well, not your mayor, but Miami-Dade's mayor, Carlos Jimenez, he was asked about potentially having fans in the stands this year. And he says, even in terms of fans, it's a big place and you have the ability to stay away from each other. And they said 50% capacity, 20% capacity. We've had conversations with the Dolphins. So to me, it looks like all signs are leading to somehow, some way, there will be, fans in the stands this year. That's great news for the people down there. I mean, how do you direct traffic to your season ticket holders who are out of state? But the fact that they're going to allow people to have some type of normalcy. I mean, granted, you're not going to be around the people you normally are as being far as season ticket holders, but I can't wait till they implement the plan and release it, because I mean we don't have that much time, and I don't think training camp will be open to the fans like that. The same way. I don't know if they're going to be having the whole family fun day like they have every year, which is an amazing event that you got to go to last year, because you got to kind of keep people right now away. But it just speaks to Stephen Ross trying to keep the community involved. He's outreaching, he's reaching out to the community with his, food relief program. And he's also, keeping in mind that, hey, listen, on Sundays, come see us. I mean, what else do you really have to do, unless you're working or going to the beach? And this is a great way to, even bring people from the city who aren't necessarily still like active Miami fans. They might, you know what? Let me go see what the team about this year. Everybody's talking all this, crazy noise, like they're supposed to be good and all that. Let me go see. But I'm very interested to see how they direct this. I mean, I think the stadium seats like 60,000 people. That's a lot of people. So what? 15% of that is like what? 10, 6, like maybe like 9,000. So first come, first serve. I mean, as a new season ticket holder, I'm personally not going to travel to every single game. That's not safe, smart for me to do. I'll be putting people at risk unnecessarily, because I mean I do still come in contact with people, just in my everyday life. So how do you feel about it, CD? What do you think about Miami allowing fans to be in the stands, and are you going to go to a game? It's a real question.
Yeah, that's a great question. Well, first off, I wanted to start by saying, excuse me, I wanted to start by saying that the beautiful thing about the conversation of how they're going to have fans in the stands, it means that we're going to have football. Because the conversation for a while was, well, we have to see if we're even going to have football, if we're going to have the season. So that's a great sign to feel very comfortable about the fact that we're going to have football, for one. For two, I think the mayor is right. It is a big area. What they found in Florida, from my understanding, at least as of right now, they found the fact that they've opened the beaches quite some time now, and they basically kind of opened South Florida back up, and it didn't matter. There was no initial spike or things like that, but they're going to keep an eye on that, because I think what this pandemic also did, it kind of stopped people from being nasty. It stopped people from being dirty. And what I mean by that is more people are exercising good hygiene and good sanitation now, everywhere they go. They open their mailbox, they get in the car, they open that bottle of sanitizer, they're wiping their hands. They're doing this, they're doing that. And it's just become a little bit cleaner of a nation. And I think that's contributing to a lot of the numbers actually going in reverse of what they initially thought. So he's right. You can have events. I just think that as long as you still keep these social distancing guidelines in place, it'll be just fine. And the Miami Dolphins have a pretty big stadium, and everybody's stadium is pretty big. Just make sure that the way that you have it set up, it's just I get worried about when they open the gates, the way that it is for stadiums now, everybody's piled up, maneuvering their way in a specific line. How are you going to handle that social distancing 6 feet?
Well, TD, they actually, if you go back to the original article, like that came out maybe like a month and a half ago, they said they would actually have you have scheduled times of entry. So that would minimize, people's exposure to each other. One, because you don't want people in the 200 section, I guess, being involved with people in the 300 section. So they would have, designated times for you to come through the gate. You would have to be there on time. They would also have the sidewalks marked off to keep the 6 feet. And they also said that, quote unquote, the way that they would exit the stadium would be like, I guess, a church type thing, row by row. So, I mean, you're going to have to be very patient because you would have to be very patient, at the end of the game. I mean, I'm pretty sure, I don't know if that means you can necessarily leave early or whatever, or like let people know you're checking out or whatever of the game. But I don't think any game we're going to have at home is going to be a type of game where you're just going to want to leave early. We have a lot of amazing opponents coming to Hard Rock this year. And I feel like whether, you're a season ticket holder or not, you should have the ability to go see some of these great quarterbacks that are going to be coming to Hard Rock. I mean, you got Mahomes, you got Wilson, you got Jared Goff coming out here. So I'm missing one because we have 4 right out. No, I'm missing 2.
Russell Wilson.
Bengals. You got Joe Burrow coming, right? I think we play at home against the Bengals. And
Russell Wilson is for game 4.
I said Russ. You have Russ, Mahomes, Goff. Is the Chargers game at home? That might be the one I'm missing.
I don't remember. I know the last time we played the Chargers, we were home, so it might be on the road.
Guys, help us out in the comments section. What quarterbacks are coming to Hard Rock Stadium this year? While I try to Google it fast myself.
And while we're getting that, I want to answer the second part of your question about is TD even going to be going to games? Listen, man, that's a tough one for me, Phinsanity. That's a tough one for me because there's a lot people don't know. The games can end up being safe, but they can also end up being a breeding ground for things to become much worse. And the one thing that TD has never been in his life is a guinea pig. I have never been a guinea pig in my life, and I don't think this is the time to start. I don't know. I'm gonna play it by ear because I'm like, I want to go to the season opener so bad, but I'm like, I don't know what to expect, and I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I will. I think I'll be at home on my Sunday ticket, if that's renewed. I know they have contractual things going on with that, but we got to figure it out, man. And what I'll say is, I'll wait till we get closer to that time to make those decisions, because I'm one of those safe than sorry people. So what about you? Are you planning on going to any games this year?
I mean, listen, yes, I will try to go to some of the more, I guess, big name ones. Like, for instance, I want to see Russell Wilson. I mean, if you want to think about it, next time Russell Wilson will be here, most likely, unless we, like say we're second place in our division and second place in their division every single year, then maybe we have a chance. But it'll be like 8 years. So Russell Wilson is possibly back. So while he's in his prime, I would love to see Russell Wilson. So I will most definitely be at that game. And then I'll probably be at the Chargers, or not the Chargers, the Chiefs game. I mean, who wants to miss that? I mean, you get to see, hopefully our lockdown defense at that time and our amazing running game. And hopefully don't shoot me, guys, against the Chiefs. And that's going to be an excellent benchmark because that's right around the playoffs. You feel me? We only have a couple more games after we face the Chiefs. So that is an excellent benchmark game to have, especially if we are in the playoff race, to see how we go up against one of the, the big dogs, the reigning Super Bowl champs, So, I mean, you think about it. The year that the Giants won it, then they played like the Patriots, like one of the last games of the season, and like they were just competitive. So people felt like they might have had a chance, going into Super Bowl. And granted, they pulled it out that game. So I'm so excited to, get to, even if it's just 2 games this year. I'm not gonna try to be back and forth. I mean, 9 times out of 10, I'm already backing out of the MetLife takeover. I think I'm just gonna back out of that one early while I have a chance. Um,
Yeah.
it's still a hotbed up there, a hot spot with the COVID right now, so it's not even worth it. TD, the ultimate family man. Jesus.
No, I put this picture up because this is the part that makes me sad that they're not going to be opening up. They're not going to have Family Day next year
Well,
for
listen,
season
you
ticket
never know.
holders. Because
Listen.
this was me taking the boys out to Family Day. So you see, I'm holding the little baby, and then Carter. You see little Carter down there, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my favorite.
He scared the heck out of me, Phinsanity.
When he walked away.
He walked away, Phinsanity. We were
I
sitting
remember.
up there with TD taking the picture, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Bobby McCain was walking by, and I said, "What's up, Bobby?" And Bobby, he was kind of rushing to the locker room, and he was like, "Hey, what's up?" He like gave me a quick head nod, like, "What's up?" I look down and I can't find Carter.
Oh Lord.
Phinsanity, the boy was 100 feet away from me where I found him. In like literally 4 seconds. I didn't tell his mama this. She probably gonna. I hope she don't hear right now. But he was gone. And we were sitting right there at that moment. You see my hand on him? You see my hand holding his hand because he kept trying to get away because he was scared of TD, I guess. And he literally, I saw Bobby looked up and said, "What's up?" And I looked back down and I was like, "All right, y'all, let's get on this picture." And I'm like, "Where's Carter?" And Carter had walked off, man. And I said, "All right, disperse," because my two little, the other big boys, and Peyton, he was just hot. You see him, he like, "Hurry up, let's get out of here," because it was hot out there that day. It was hot, man. And but it was a good time, man. This was Family Day for season ticket holders. I brought the 4 boys out, and we got to see some of the players and stuff like that, man. And Balaj actually had walked by right after that too. So this was that day. And they're not gonna have Family Day this year, I don't think. So that's gonna be pretty tough. But hey, it happens. It happens.
Listen, I mean, with the way that people have seemed to be more complicit with, the social distancing, I think somehow it's just like you can't have all the activities because like how much sanitizer do you have to like, clean everything after every one person, uses it. So I'm pretty sure they will find like where there's a will, there's a way. So as long as they can try to do it constructively and safely, granted, maybe first they can have like a open register and they only allow the first so many people in. Because like before, like you could register to go to like training camp, but it was like, first come, first serve type seating, so you don't want to have a large crowd of people, just communing together, trying to rush in to, see our team, battle out in training camp. It's going to be an amazing thing. How about you stream some of it? You can't though.
Anything's possible.
You can't because every single team is gonna pick up on that footage and be like, "Oh, so that's what you're doing down in South Florida." But
I know. Well, you know what, man? We're gonna see what the off season holds. I hope I am close to the situation and around because I don't want a blind off season. I want to see what's going on. I really do.
TD. It won't be blind. It'll just be all we're going to get is, the media outlet of it all. You're not going to get fans posting up random videos of things. Listen, my over under is like 2 fights this year because I feel like it's just going to be such a competitive nature. I know Flores is going to try to keep that to a minimum, but you're going to let them guys go out there and compete and talk trash. You feel me? So my over under is like 2 fights. It's hot out there. You're gonna be in the sun. I don't think Flores isn't gonna keep them in the bubble too much. Because you have got to have to get acclimated to, so many young people coming in, so many new free agents coming in. You got to get acclimated like to that weather and to that heat and to that sun, because you got to play in that for 4 quarters. And that's one of like the bigger advantages that I hope we take advantage of this year. Just having teams fatigued, teams, drained, just sitting in that sun and baking, and no team. I don't want to see any team in a white jersey this year. I don't care if that means we can't wear our retro throwbacks one time at home. I'll save that one for the Jaguars game, that night game. I want every team coming in their dark jerseys so they can be as uncomfortable as possible. I don't want no relief. Listen, I would pull a Belichickian situation. Turn off all the power outlets on their side. Ain't no fans going. All y'all gonna have is maybe a couple of tents, but y'all get to see the competitive side of me a little bit. I don't, man. Listen, for all I know, our water don't work over there. You gonna have to go fill them Gatorade jugs. Send some people to fill them Gatorade jugs and do it like the high school way. Just have them over there. Let me stop.
Belichick with his cheating addictions. Every time somebody say his name, man, it just hurts me.
Listen, that's a debate. That's a rabbit hole in itself. But I mean, all he wanted to do at the end of the day. I mean, I guess think about it. Even like their personal fans, people who probably have moral standings, did not care. Because at the end of the day, all they cared about was that ring, those sticks.
Yep.
So
go ahead.
Any loophole I can find, I'm going to use it.
But when it's and I rather Don Shula it and do it without having to worry about loopholes and stuff. Oh, what is this that Jazz 08 is saying? Do you understand that? Josh Allen is 3-1 against the Dolphins. What about the loss is different from the rest?
Oh, you want to know what about the loss was different? Because I was there at that game. Charles Clay dropped the pass in the end zone. So he's basically saying, what do we have to do to basically what he's saying is, sorry, because like it's still morning, guys. It's like it's really early and my brain is still trying to wake up itself because you got all of this relaxing music in the background in my ear. What do we have to do in order to get a win? Because right now he has a winning record against us. So he's saying, what about that one game where he actually lost, which was his rookie year, actually? I'm going to go to it. It was his rookie year. And it was when we came to Miami. A lot of people you will remember this game. And Charles Clay literally just dropped the pass in the end zone. Like he was wide open. And that's the only thing that was different. He was very competitive in that game. I was sitting there. Actually my first Dolphins game ever. So it will always be, embedded in me. He was running for first downs. He threw some picks in that game. If I remember correctly, I think the pick was to X. X got that pick like right before halftime, somewhere around that. And then, of course, our good old boy Tannehill threw it right back to their team.
Yeah, stop hating.
I'm just going over the facts of the game. I'm just going over the facts of the game. I mean, Tannehill had an interception that game because I was going at it with this Bills fan, and once Josh threw his, I'm like, in his face. And then Tannehill threw his, and he's like, and I was just like, dang it. But what about that loss from the rest? Yeah, Charles Clay just dropped the pass in the end zone. That's the biggest takeaway of that game. If you go back to it.
But with this whole Josh Allen thing, it has been hard for us to beat Josh Allen. But let me tell y'all something. That's not happening anymore. The reason why Josh Allen has had so much success on us is because we haven't had the secondary to keep up. We haven't had the secondary to keep up at all. I mean, I think the last time we played 4 times in the last 2 seasons because he's only played the Dolphins 4 times, y'all. All right. And I'm going to be honest, the Bills have beat us I'm gonna be honest. They beat up on us every time, except that one loss, right? Which Phinsanity pointed out the fact that we could have lost if Charles Clay didn't drop the pass. But the game after that, they beat us 42-17 in December of 2018. Josh Allen, 42-17. Then they beat us 31-21 October in 2019. And the last time we played them last year in November, they beat us 37-20. These aren't even close scores, y'all. These aren't even close scores. But a lot of it because Josh Allen has found a lot of success against us. I mean, the kid, it's like he keeps throwing 3 touchdown games against us. But again, I want to reiterate the fact that a lot of that has to do with the fact that we haven't had the secondary to compete with them in quite some time. And that's the issue. But those things, they're changing, man. They're changing.
And this is why I go back to, why Kyle Van Noy is so like instrumental in having guys like that and Agba. Because for some odd reason, Josh Allen loves to live outside the pocket on us. He loves to extend plays. And if he sees an opening, he's running. And I mean, there's been times, think about where Jerome has had Allen in his vantage point, just rushing at him. And here goes Josh Allen spinning out, moving, and it's just like, seriously, can somebody please get this guy on the ground? So it takes a defensive effort to, I mean, he's not accurate, but when you can extend plays and let your guys to start freelancing and just running it gets hectic back there. So to be able to contain him, that's the first thing. You have to be able to contain him and actually make him throw from the pocket and have discipline in your secondary.
But Jazza 803 said the answer was X played in the game he lost.
If that's the answer he was looking for, I mean,
it was spot on with my analysis of it, the secondary situation.
So, are you going to give X a prop now?
No, I ain't giving X no props, man. Charles Clay dropped the pass. We still could have lost with X play. And you know what? You know why I ain't giving him credit for this one?
Here we go.
You know why I ain't giving him credit? That's the problem we got with X. He ain't there to help us win games. Phinsanity. If we're gonna be happy about the game X played was the one we won, and we lost the other 3, that's the problem. He ain't there. He ain't there, and that's what I don't like. Listen, come on, man. The guy got to be on the field. If you ain't gonna be on the field, then I hope so.
Bobby McCain,
I hope he is on the field this year.
We'll prove the doubters wrong this year.
Man.
And listen, and I can already hear it because I mean that's what Bobby said. He said he's out here to prove the doubters wrong. That means he's hearing everything, all the noise you guys are putting out there about him. I
hope he hear me. I hope he hear me. That means we're gonna have another all-pro. That means we're gonna have an all-pro season if he listening to me and he had to prove the doubters wrong. Please be listening to me.
Listen, if Bobby goes out there and balls out, I don't want to hear no narrative about, he has better players around him and all this, yada, yada, yada. Anybody who has better players around him are going to shine. Think about the Chargers defense last year without Derwin James and with Derwin James. Sometimes you have guys like that who could just make an impact like that. And I believe, having X and Byron will be great for him because hopefully he doesn't have too many more responsibilities.
Read that for me, Phinsanity. This is what hurts.
Xavier Howard, Jakeem Grant, and Devontae Parker never played a whole season. Wait, Devontae didn't play all 16 last year?
Was it his first time?
I believe so, but I'm just saying. An elder? No, I'm not going to MetLife. I'm not going to I'm not going to MetLife takeover. That's one day when TD has a worst moment as a fan, you'll get my story about that. But I think Devontae played all the games this year. I don't think he was a healthy scratch. I mean, when players are being healthy scratches, you can't. I said when players are being healthy scratches and not seeing the field, even though they're healthy and ready to play, you can't hold it.
Devontae Parker gets my ultimate pass because Gase suppressed his career to a certain degree. Devontae did miss one game with a concussion. I thought he had, and maybe I'm wrong. I thought that he might have played that one game. I mean, I guess I could just look it up right here. Devontae Parker. I could tell you right now. Because I think you're right. I wanted to say that he did miss one game, but I just didn't remember. Let me see. Oh boy. Oh. Give me a second. I'm pulling it up now. All right. They have him for 16 games. But I do know what Jazzy is talking about. I think he had left the game early in the game due to concussions. But hey, that's still 16 games this time. Those things happen. But at the end of the day, I get your point anyway, Jazza. It makes all the sense in the world, man. These guys got to be healthy for us to help us get to that ultimate goal, guys. Also, hey, Phinsanity, I wanted to ask you, what do you think about Malcolm Perry getting signed to a 4-year deal, the 7th round pick?
They have some big plans for that man. They see some things in him that they'll be able to utilize. This to me, oh my gosh, it's very interesting because I would love. I mean, they have him listed as a running back right now, right, or something like that. Or
they brought him in as a wide receiver.
There's a question of where he's going to play. Listen, I think he's going to be instrumental in our special teams. I would love to see him, returning. I love his shiftiness. I love that he has amazing vision on the field for what it's worth. And you need that if you're going to be a kick returner or punt returner. And listen, this also minimizes Jakeem Grant's exposure to hits and stuff like that. And who knows? I mean, we saw a lot of guys this year get shipped out on the defensive side of the ball. How many? I mean, next year might be an offensive exodus, sort of say. Because this is Jakeem's last year on his contract, right? So I think for what it's worth, I love what I've seen from Jakeem Grant. If you've been watching Jakeem Grant's workout videos, he posts them on Instagram a lot. He looks fast. He looks ready to compete. He looks explosive. He looks Jakeem Grant-esque. Hopefully he's more stronger so you can get off of that offensive line, get off and take off. I mean, if you're getting jammed up, you're not going to reach your top speed as fast. But listen, the guy's been hurt, the last 2 seasons, something like that. So minimize his exposure, to hits and all that. And listen, it puts another great guy back there. And who knows how he's going to be utilized. A lot of people have a lot of high hopes for him.
But it's like opening one of the most interesting questions. Are we gonna have 4 quarterbacks on this roster?
So you think they're gonna have a specific package for him? Is that what you're asking me? Are they gonna have a Malcolm Perry package?
I'm
Even though
saying
you have Tua on your team.
He's still a quarterback. I mean, just like the Saints, have their guy in that capacity.
He can be utilized in a lot of trick plays, and I would love it.
So you can see the depth chart having 4 quarterbacks on it.
No, I don't think he will be listed as a quarterback, even though that's what he played at Navy. I don't think he's going to be listed as a quarterback on our depth chart.
Even as a wide receiver on our depth chart or a running back or I don't get this.
He's gonna be a special teams guy. To me, that's what I think he's gonna be our returner. If I had to put my name on it. A lot of people like Brandon Jones and all that, but I think Malcolm Perry will do that. And listen, if you got a quarterback, out there. I mean, granted, wasn't Edelman a freaking quarterback, and they utilized him sometimes when they couldn't get that offense going. Oh yeah, let Edelman throw the ball real quick. So,
Mhm.
I mean, I'm trying to stay away from the Patriots Dolphins narrative because that's what Kyle Van Noy wants us to do. But I'm just saying, the fact that he has that extra skill, and it just shows his versatility, and that's what Flores loves. He loves guys that are versatile. Who knows? He could be a quarterback, he can be a running back, he can be a wide receiver, he can be everything but an offensive lineman. So, and a tight end. And a tight end, he can't be a tight end. So why not? Why not have an explosive guy, a playmaking guy out there on your offense sometimes? Maybe we need a jumpstart the offense and they call it trick play. I would love this. I would love to see him throw it up to Devontae Parker.
Or to Christian Wilkins.
Or possibly a double reverse, because if you reverse it to Jakeem, everybody's thinking about Jakeem and his speed, and then if he reverses it back to Malcolm, bombs away. But I mean, you just kind of saw that with Wilson and Jakeem Tannehill's last year. They used a lot of trick plays early to help Tannehill start that 3-0 season.
Oh, I thought you was going to say something negative about Tannehill. I was going to jump all over it.
I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything negative about any player anymore. It's not the season to be negative. I was just talking to you about Fitz, and how I'm so proud of him for him, helping, the offensive guys learn the playbook and the verbiage and stuff like that. To me, that only is going to help their readiness going into training camp and going into the season. The more, I mean, he's doing his job, basically. This is what he's getting paid to do, to teach these guys during these tough times. The fact that they have, someone who they can call on and just send a text like, hey, Fitz, you got like a couple minutes to explain this play to me real quick, So that right there, that is his usage for our team. That. So even on the sideline, when they're going through plays, and they're like, Fitz, what do you see? What should we do on this play? How can we do this? Look, make sure you look this guy off, and then if you move, then throw it there. This is what Fitz is here for. Get good, right here.
Well, I actually hope Fitz does become that coach. I would love to see him become a Dolphin long term, as far as on the staff. It's guys like that I do love. And now when I spoke about Malcolm Perry, we signed him to the 4-year deal. What was interesting to me is we still have 3 draft picks that are unsigned. Now, what's interesting about the 3 draft picks that are unsigned, it's almost 3 of the most highly profile draft picks we have. We know we signed Tua Tagovailoa early. We got that deal done. But do you realize that our 18th pick, Austin Jackson, our 30th pick, Noah, and our what was it, 38th or so, our 2nd round pick, Robert Hunt, all 3 of them aren't signed yet? Is there a reason to be concerned about that? Or what's your thoughts on it?
I mean, listen, no. Wasn't Tannehill signed the night before training camp started? No.
Yeah, they had to give my boy his cash and get it right.
Listen, it's gonna get done. I think guys coming in now, first round picks, they have a lot more security, and for what it's worth, I think I trust Greer. I trust Greer in these negotiations and just getting it done for what's best for the team in the long-term future. And I was saying, you don't want to be handicapped. I mean, I felt it was so so even though we got rid of a lot of big contracts, it's still 50 cap, and you don't want to be handicapped like that. I think it's 22 mil. So it will be done.
Yeah, we're at about 23.4 right now.
And guys will be the guys won't be in the building until July. We still have a whole nother month, to get this done. Now, granted, if they were allowing, us to go in and practice and start running plays and stuff like that, then yeah, you get worried. But I'm pretty sure they're still on the Zoom calls. They're still doing the due diligence of learning and all that stuff. It's just that, this is it's part of football. These guys have, waited for this moment, and the way that contracts are going now, Jesus, what Tua's is like almost fully guaranteed, right? Like people, they want the number, they want that bonus, and they want that guaranteed. And I think it will get done. I think guys sometimes come in the league think that these organizations just have all this money to throw away. But once sorry, that was a funny comment to me because what we were talking about last night. Once guys realize that this is not open bank season and that they do have to respect the number, and they'll be okay. I mean, I would love to know, because here's the thing, you never know the numbers until they come out. So just like with the whole Dak, situation, and you hear about Clowney turning down, a boatload of money for the Browns.
Crazy.
It'll be done. To all those out there worried, I'm not worried. Greer will get it done. You want to know why? Because it has to get done. And at the end of the day, these guys are want to get paid, and they're going to want to be out there on the football field. Incentivize it. Yeah.
So, and you know what? Cloud Life said, very romantic show, TD. Y'all,
watch your mouth.
They ragging on the music. That's what it is, Phinsanity. No, I was, and probably at some point today, I'm gonna have a conversation about the cap space, and then the 2021 cap space as well with the draft situation, because some of those things actually opened my eyes as well. So y'all stay tuned. At some point today, we'll be talking about our current cap situation and what that means for next year as well. So make sure y'all up on that. There was something else that me and you had wanted to talk about, Phinsanity, and the onside kick versus the 4th and 15 rule. Go ahead and enlighten the people about your thoughts, because me and you, we already had a disagreement about it. So let's talk through this real quick.
TD, I guess, and it's crazy because I'm a defensive person at heart. I love players more than I love offensive players, and I guess that gives the offense, another chance. And I mean, granted, it would be very interesting to see like a defense having to guard or defend a 4th and 15 after probably being ran up and down the field. But I just wanted it because, to me, the onside kick, the way that they've constructed it, it's almost impossible. But why not give a team every opportunity to win the game? Like, that's what it's about. And I really believe that the 4th and 15 would have brought more excitement to the game. It's an untimed down, so you don't have to worry about a team getting the ball and trying to run off the clock on you or anything. And I just think that it would have been more destructive and detrimental to the because that's what sells offense, right? And everyone loves a good comeback. So to me, to give them a better chance of actually converting.
Yeah, but that's my issue.
Why?
That's my issue because the competitiveness of the game, it kind of takes away from it. And here's why I think it does. Because do you know the odds of getting an onside kick are like from my understanding, almost like 5% or something like that to get an onside kick? That's like your last ditch effort of desperation. And I like that about the game. It's not supposed to be easy because you put yourself in that situation to need an onside kick. So now you need a miracle. And no, dude, but when you look at the stats, Phinsanity, do you know that teams convert 4th and 15s or more on like a 25% basis.
Yeah,
Do you know how huge that is? That's 5 times the chances of an onside kick. But the elite teams, some of them convert 4th and 15s at a 50% rate. And if you've like giving Patrick Mahomes the ball on 4th and 15, he does that on first down. It's nothing. And I think that it takes away from the ultimate competition of, like, you're making the team that busted behind the whole game have to literally fight against a rule in the game now that just makes it easy for you to just all of a sudden lose. You know, just makes it easier when a team can easily do a 4th and 15 ain't as hard as people think in comparison to an onside kick.
Listen, it's literally one penalty away.
Yeah, and then that's the other thing that I don't like about it. What you're trying to, instead of an offside kick, you're trying to do a 4th and 15, and now all of a sudden a pass interference and you got the ball. You got the ball.
Listen,
it's 4th and 15. Replace that with an onside kick and one pass interference, and now you got the ball. You know, one 10-yard penalty, and bam, it's 4th and 5. It just makes it too easy for the team that was getting beat the whole game. I don't like it. Make onside kick is a last ditch effort. It ain't supposed to be easy.
So your narrative is because a team allowed another team to come back on them.
Nope. I ain't even saying come back. No, you fought the whole game. You fought the whole game real hard.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna let one play decided in that manner.
Listen, that's the thing.
That's why you gotta let that one play be hard.
The game has many plays in it. Many. You have a lot of opportunities to score, right? That's why some teams put up 40-some points sometimes, right? It's crazy. If you get the ball every single time and you score, you're going to be a high-scoring team, right? It's up to that defense to stop it. I liked it. To me, I feel like the only reason why I wanted it is because onside kicks, it's just like you're interested, but you're really not. Like, I mean, granted, you could do an onside kick, anytime you want. And I mean, they were limiting the 4th and 15 for twice a game. So it wasn't like 9 times out of 10, you would use it in the 4th quarter, 9 times out of 10, because that's when your time is really starting to run out, right? So even if you go out and get a field goal, right? And then you got to go out and execute a 4th and 15 because you were just down by 10. I mean, how fast did the Miami Dolphins give up 15 points to Tim Tebow? Oh, we're not going to go there. But why do I have all these bad memories? Jeez,
it was Tim Tebow, though. You got to get a man credit.
Mellow on him. I just felt like it would have brought a different excitement.
Yeah, you're right.
That's what I was about.
You're right. It would bring excitement, but no. I mean, it's some teams out here 4th and 15. Hold my cup. Easy. Like, it's some teams that would convert that at a 50% rate, Phinsanity.
I think. Listen, here's the thing. I think it was something that was rushed this year, and due to the whole COVID thing, I think that this will one day be a rule that will be implemented. I think they're going to have to, tweak a lot of things. They're going to have to, I guess, make it fair competition-wise. I mean, did you imagine the Chiefs being up, 21-0 in the first quarter? Like, it used to be like, all right, cool, we're going to do 4th and 15, and now we're up 21-0 in the 4th quarter. Come get us. So,
yeah.
Pretty sure
and somebody saying if the team doesn't convert, they get the ball on their own 25, though. So, and I get that too. But here's the issue. Now you're going to have teams that are down by 4. They're going to automatically go for the 4th and 15. See, you're gonna have situations where they can punt the ball and play defense, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now, if you're down by 4, you're not going to punt the ball. I mean, not punt the ball. You're not gonna kick the ball off and play defense. You're gonna say, "I'll take that chance because I need a touchdown anyway. I have to have a touchdown anyway. So if I'm down by 4, I mean, and my defense has to stop them in 3 downs anyway. So, hey, they can get a field goal. I got to get a touchdown anyway. I need a touchdown anyway, so I don't care if they get a field goal. So, I don't know, man. What's up?
Phil wants us to look at his question.
Jeff said, look at his question. I'm strolling up now to look for it. It must be far back because I do not see Jeff's question.
Jeff, can you repost your question, please?
Yeah, just put it back in, bro. Yeah, because I'm way down and maybe I missed it. Yeah, repost it, bro. Within 2 minutes, TD, you better have 4 timeouts. What do you mean? Within 2 minutes, TD, you better have 4 timeouts. Within 2 minutes, you don't need 4 timeouts. You don't need 4 timeouts within 2 minutes.
I'm guessing he's adding the 2-minute warning after. Because I mean, I think you're only given 3.5.
Yeah, but you still don't need if it's 1 minute and 59 seconds, you don't need more than to get the ball back at least. You don't need more than 1 timeout. Because when you say you run the 40 seconds off and now it has 120 left and you call a timeout. You need maybe 2. I'll put it like that. You need 2 timeouts. But that's all you need under 2 minutes to get the ball back. 4 timeouts means the 3 you have and the 2-minute warning. No, I get it, but
listen, Elder Bruce Jones, because I keep seeing you post this. Hopefully you're listening this time. I am not going to the MetLife takeover. I'm not setting anything off in New Jersey. Nothing.
Man.
But hold up. The rule is you only can use it within 2 minutes.
Yeah, but even in 2 minutes, if you're down, so say there's 1 minute and 59 seconds left. If you're down by 4, every team is going to do it. Every team is going to do it. Like, you're down by 4, so you need a touchdown anyway, right? So if you kick the ball off, you still have to have a 3 and out. You still have to have a 3 and out just to get the ball punted back to you, and you still got to score a touchdown. So common sense is you're going to go for it 4th and 15 with 1 minute and 59 left if you're down by 4, because even if you don't get it, you still got to have a 3 and out. And when you have that 3 and out, they kick the field goal, you're down by 7, you still need a touchdown. It doesn't change what you need. So every team under 2 minutes are going to go for the 4th and 15 if you're down by 4. If you're down by 4. And 4 is that key. The score 4. If you're down by 3, then you kick the ball off because you can still win the game. Well, actually, if you're down by 3, you could tie the game with a field goal. So you pin them back and you take those chances. So it's just that situation where you're down by 4 that every team will go for it. Even down by 5 because of the 2-point conversion.
Yeah.
Even down by 5, you will go for it. But 6 and on up, then no, you don't want to do that because you'll put yourself out of the game if you don't convert and they kick a field goal.
Anthony, about the social distancing affecting teams like the Dolphins who have issues with attendance already. They said if they do it, I mean, listen, I talked to my guy, my season ticket guy, and he says right now they're operating as if they're going to run at maximum capacity, as if like every seat is going to be available. That's what he told me right now. Like that was like probably like 2 weeks ago. That's their plan right now. They're not even going on as if, okay, how do we only put in 15 to 20%? 15 to 20% is way less than half. So how does it affect teams like the Dolphins who have issues with attendance? I guess it doesn't affect them much because, I mean, if people weren't coming to the games already,
Listen,
I
hey,
mean, how you see half empty might not be how they, because I mean, you have to like look at the numbers of like how many people were actually in attendance. So like half of that would be like 30,000. So if you're telling me only like, I'm pretty sure there were like 30,000. Well, maybe last year, not really, but I'm pretty sure there's been times where Dolphins have, seen more than 30,000 teams, but 9 to 12,000. If what's the name? Older Bruce Jones. Yes, I am not setting it off at the MetLife Takeover.
Hey, but Phinsanity, on that note of what you're saying, what people need to realize is this. The moment Roger Goodell said with the 5th pick in the 2020 NFL draft, the Miami Dolphins select Tua Tagovailoa, quarterback, Alabama. The moment that happened, we no longer have an attendance issue.
If he starts.
Even if he doesn't, because it's the anticipation of being there when he does play. When you bring in guys like that, you no longer have an attendance issue. You no longer have that attendance issue. First game he comes, because you know what? I wouldn't, like say Tua didn't start, I wouldn't be surprised if Flores did things like, all right, Tua, go ahead and get out there and play this just random play. I wouldn't rule those type of things out. 2nd and 4. Hey, get out there and hand the ball off for me real quick. Just, I wouldn't be surprised. And who's to say the Miami Dolphins don't have a few games where, wow, the Dolphins are literally up 31-10 right now in the 4th quarter. Tua, go get some reps. If we decided to sit him for the season. Because I don't see why not, I mean, I think that this season, knowing that Fitz is not the future and he's not a guy where he feels any type of way about it, I just can't see why Tua wouldn't be able to get work early and often, even if he doesn't start. Yeah.
You know our schedule.
Yeah.
You know our schedule. Do you anticipate any of those games us being up 31-10?
Well, we better have that kind of score. We better have that kind of score versus the Jaguars.
Huh?
We better have that kind of score versus the Jaguars on Thursday night. What? Yep, that's what I want.
That game is going to be closer than what you think.
And that's a Thursday night. That's the perfect time to showcase a little bit of Tua Tagovailoa.
What's that say? Don't be surprised.
And you're right, though. You're right, Phinsanity. If we're handling business, if it ain't close, then hey. But if we have those moments and those opportunities, I don't see what the issue is with throwing the kid in there for some snaps. Even if you want to protect him and hand the ball off, get him out there, get his feet wet, let some people see him in a Dolphin uniform play a few games. That does not hurt. If you're in the 4th quarter. Literally, if you're in the 4th quarter and you're winning by 2 touchdowns, and who knows, that may not happen, but if it is, get him in there to hand the ball off. If we know that we're trying to run the clock out, get him in there to hand the ball off.
TD.
TD.
Mm-hmm. A 2 touchdown lead in the 4th quarter ain't safe. That ain't safe.
I get that, but if you know that you're going to run the ball on a specific play, I just really do think that there are times of, and then you have to look at it like this, Phinsanity. If he doesn't start, you still have to evaluate what the depth chart looks like. Because if he doesn't start, is he at least going to be the number 2? Because if he is, like you remember the Cowboys game, I was there, right?
Oh, yeah, you were there.
Rosen started that game, but do you remember when they took Rosen out for like 2 or 3 plays?
Mm-hmm.
And Fitz had to run in, and he threw that deep ball to the right side. That was a completion for like 40 yards. Those moments happen too. Remember, Fitz was starting, and they wanted to run him through a concussion protocol, and Rosen had to come in. So those moments happen. If Tua's going to be our number 2 on the depth chart, then he might have moments where you see him in a game. Just my thoughts,
That
man.
to me, that sounds more realistic than saying, "Hey, it's the fourth quarter, Tua. We don't have a safe lead, but hey, just go out there and see what you
Oh,
can like and hand the ball off.
okay. Well, I guess.
Take yourself out of the offensive flow."
All right, then. Fourth quarter, up by 2 touchdowns with 2 minutes left, and we got the ball 1st and 10.
How much time did Tim Tebow have on the clock when he came back from 15?
That was Tim Tebow, though, man. That was he was like the demigod. Yeah, man. Tim Tebow was the demigod.
Oh man, oh Lord! I don't think that Wilson kid ever reposted his comment. I was waiting for it. Maybe I missed it. Just trying to go back up. Pull up. Nope, I see Sharif. Nope.
What happened?
No, I was trying to see if that Jeff Wilson kid reposted his question. Trying to do my due diligence.
Here was a good one that I wanted to answer. CB83. What's up, homie, man? I'm glad you're here with us this morning. He said, TD, what do you think about the officiating this coming year? Will calls start to swing in favor or in our favor, excuse me? Or are we the team the officials still love to hate? That's going to be interesting to see this year. What's your thoughts, Phinsanity, before I answer?
I mean, listen, I brought this up last year when giving my assessment of our record because this plays a very intricate part into like the game. First of all, I don't think we're the team that officials love to hate. And I know I'm going to get a lot of backlash for that. I just feel like sometimes I see those calls and see those replays, and it's I mean, how about we actually start getting some holding calls, for our defense when teams are holding us while we're trying to get to the quarterback. So will calls start to swing in our favor? No. No. It's not an easy road changing that narrative or to get officials to see you differently. You're gonna have to start winning. You're gonna have to be one of those teams that the NFL wants to win. And I mean, until let's call it like it is. Until Tuba's behind center, we ain't one of them teams that the NFL want to see to win. Because the last thing they want, the NFL wants is Fitz playing all year. They want Tua on that field. Believe it or not, the NFL wants Tua on that field. So if Tua ain't on that field, then probably not. But to say they love to hate us, no, they don't love to hate us. It's just that we're not one of those upper echelon teams. So it's kind of like with NBA. Certain players get calls, certain players don't.
This is a loaded question. And I want to try to elaborate as best as I can on this question. This is a loaded question, man. There's different ways to look at this because I agree with Phinsanity and I disagree, because if you would have asked me the last 20 years this question, I would have said I 100% agree with Phinsanity. But there are a lot of things at play here. First off, I do feel like there is about to be a shift in the narrative in Miami. Okay, CB83, you know what this question really is? This question brings out the conspiracy theory of individuals. Does the NFL hate us? Does the refs hate us? Or do they try to help us lose? Or it's that level of a fan believing that this team is popular and they're going to always give them the advantage to keep that team relevant and good because it's good for the NFL. That's what I think about when I read this question. So if I am to be an individual that does believe in the conspiracy of the NFL, because I'm not going to say I don't believe in it. It's just that the hardest part is you don't have that concrete evidence to ever say, yeah, no. But I'm not going to say I don't believe in it, because there's a part of me that does believe that the NFL, put it like this, they don't put the fix in for games, but they allow certain swing things to go in particular ways. And I think that for the first time in a long time, the Miami Dolphins are about to get on the scene and get all the benefit of the doubt. For the first time, we are about to get all of the benefit of the doubt. And there's a lot of reasons I believe that. A few reasons that I believe that, we're going to get the benefit of the doubt with Fitzpatrick, but not like we're going to get if Tua Tagovailoa starts. I'll put it like that. Because if Fitz starts, they still want to show that the Miami Dolphins are the new team that's coming up and getting ready to be that team. But do you know what it does for the NFL if Tua Tagovailoa starts this year and he has a Mahomes-type rookie year? Like when Mahomes first played? Do you know what that does for the NFL? That is huge for the NFL. For Tua Tagovailoa to be successful. Not just the Miami Dolphins. Everybody think, if Tua's successful and he picks up where he left off from college, that's going to be huge for the Dolphins. No, it's going to be huge for the NFL. It's going to be massive for the NFL. So if I'm to believe the power of the NFL making sure that they're driving the narratives of wanting those popular teams to win because it brings the most money, I'm gonna tell y'all now, the Miami Dolphins are about to get the most benefit from Tua Tagovailoa being a Miami Dolphin. He brings a whole plethora of a fan base to the Dolphins and the NFL. Because people don't realize Hawaii has a large football following, but you never really have a cemented football following unless you have either a team in your area, which Hawaii doesn't, or a specific player that represents the island. So it's huge. Trust me, it is huge. So, and I think that we're gonna get you put it like this: that pass interference call in the fourth quarter at the end of the game last year that lost us that game. Tua Tagovailoa starts. That call ain't happening. That call doesn't happen. The challenge situation. Because actually the call didn't happen anyway. They just overturned it. They don't overturn that. Because it's so bang bang that nobody can be mad either way, which we were still heated about it. Flores went in. But we're about to get the benefit of the doubt. And it's going to be a beautiful feeling. We're going to be one of those teams that's why 13-3, baby. Y'all stay tuned.
Man,
y'all stay tuned.
Can you highlight Jeff Wilson's question real quick?
Jeff who?
Wilson. I think that's the question he had for us.
Good morning, TD and Phinsanity. What's your take on offensive coordinator Chan Gailey offense? Do you think it will be a successful when he had Ricky, and if so, playoffs? And me and Dwayne was actually going to hit this Thursday because one of the Patreon members, Vic, had asked us to talk about Chan Gailey. But what's your take, Phinsanity? And I'll give a little take on it.
To me, it's weird because when he was with us, the NFL was a lot different, right? And to me, I would never in this lifetime compare Jordan Howard to Ricky. But I have been the one preaching, implementing the run, having a power run offense, and what's the name? I think we will be successful. I think we will make the playoffs. It goes back to what I was saying earlier. Having someone who really knows the playbook, like Fitz, is it's immeasurable how effective he is actually being right now with these young guys. You remember, our offensive side of the ball is still fairly young. If you really want to think about it, those guys are still young. So as far as when he had as successful when he had Ricky, and if so playoffs, I think it's gonna be more successful because I think we're gonna have a playoff win. Like let's throw that little tidbit in there. But if you're asking if I because see when you throw Ricky in there, to me you're kind of gearing it towards the run game. And I mean, that's what I think. I think we're gonna have a successful run game, but I don't think it's going to be Ricky-esque. I think Jordan will have over 1,000, but then you have Breida in there who's going to be taking, some snaps away. Ricky, you wasn't handing the ball off to Ricky wasn't splitting snaps. You feel me? It was he was your run offense. So I think we'll have different changes of pace. Sometimes we'll be able to hit him with that thunder, as people say. Sometimes we'll be able to hit him with the lightning. I would love to see, how can I say this? Not more explosive plays, but more impactful plays, more momentum plays. Because so many times it seemed like it took us a while to just jumpstart our offense. But I think Gilly has the type of offense where it's so versatile. It's hard not to get something going, Whereas last year we saw where it was too complicated. You kind of handicapped yourself going into every game because the guys out there had, I don't want to say had no clue, but it was just like you were giving a lot of young guys too much. But now you have a veteran who can explain it to these guys in a, in depth, way they can explain this playbook in depthly so these guys know exactly what we're doing. So I expect us to have better starts to games because going 3-and-out for your first 3 drives is not a great start. Believe it or not, I expect us to have better starts. I expect us to have a very impactful running game. And I do expect us to make plays in the passing game with Chance Gaines' offense because we cannot forget about that. And how he utilizes quarterbacks so well with his offense. So well. Love it. But yes, I have us going to the playoffs because I'm trying to break this thing down as I'm reading it. I have us making the playoffs. I have us winning a playoff game. Whoever we face in the first round or our first game. I have us winning that game. I think our momentum and our defense by that time will be great. It'll just be interesting to see how these guys' legs hold up in that second playoff game. But
I wanted to say this about Chan Gailey. I haven't talked much about Chan Gailey because what people have to understand about Chan Gailey is he's infamous. Okay. Chan Gailey switches his offense up often as well in his career. And a lot of people, they dub it the spread offense. And one thing I know about Chan Gailey, the way that he operates, he loves to have that single running back, and that's a problem for fullbacks, and we went and drafted a fullback last year. But here's the biggest thing. People see, everybody automatically assumes that, we're probably not even going to use a fullback because typically he doesn't. It's a single back with a tight end, one tight end set or 2 tight end sets. It's always the key with the running back and the tight end with Chan Gailey. But the reason why I think Flores brought him in is because he knows how to create offense. And I could actually see us still maintaining a fullback and him running an offense out of I formation at times. I think we brought his brain in because yes, he may have a style that he prefers and we may implement a lot of that, but I don't think I just don't think it's fair when people bubble Chan Gailey as the spread offense guy or this and that. He knows how to create offense. That's the gist that I get about Chan Gailey. But I also reserve myself with Chan Gailey because being removed from the NFL for a while, the climate of the game does change over time. And he's had a little success in his career, but truth be told, Changeli has always been known to have what many would consider slightly above average offenses. And that's why the overall game plan for our team, he's going to be able to help us be in a better place offensively than we were in the past, because it's a simplistic offense that these young guys can gravitate to. I think Flores's mindset is, just give me a above average offense because I'm riding on defense. I want to win tough, hard-nosed, gritty games. And our explosive games are going to start on defense, dominating, giving our offense more cracks at it. And that's kind of how I view it. That's kind of how I view it. Just my take, all right?
Yeah. And little tidbit. Ricky never played underneath Changeli. No.
Ricky? Who said that?
Did
I say that?
No, the comments said it. That's why I said there was different personnel. Like I didn't like. That's why I said it was a different personnel. I didn't get to reiterate that.
Okay, you good?
Because he was there in 2000, 2001. So Ricky wasn't there yet. Close.
Yeah. Somebody said he used the fullback in Dallas. Well, that's my point exactly.
It goes with the personnel.
Yeah, he knows how to create offense based off of his weapons. Like, how we always talk about scheme fit? Changeli's actually the ultimate guy that embodies what I was arguing at the time about scheme fit. Yeah, he wants to bring in guys that fit his scheme, but if he doesn't have that fully, he knows how to make his offense work with the guys he has to make it a great scheme fit. So that's what Yeah, he's an intelligent guy.
He has that mind that like it's in-game adjustments. If it ain't working, he's not going to try to kick down the door with something that's not working. He's going to be like, all right, back to the drawing board. What can I do? And he's going to look at each defense independently and see what his offense can do effectively to be the most productive each and every Sunday. So what you might see September 13th is not what you might see September 20th. It's a week by week basis based off of what he's going to be facing on the other side of the field. And he's smart about that. So.
And now Wake Up with TD in the morning is between 7 a.m. and 8:30 a.m., guys. So we have about 7 minutes left. And I guess this is the last question we'll answer before me and Phinsanity close it out, because this has been another beautiful, great morning. I'm glad that we could start it with everyone. Someone said, we well know your take on feelings on Tua. So what do you think of the other players? Okay, we drafted like Curtis Weaver, etc. TD. Well, actually, I'm not going to be able to answer all of this question because he said all the other players. So we wouldn't have time to do that. But in regards to Curtis Weaver. My thoughts on Curtis Weaver. Okay, Curtis Weaver. Okay, I'll make sure I'm not mixing people up. Yeah, okay, I got it. All right. Curtis Weaver. My thoughts on Curtis Weaver. All right. That was our most underrated draft pick in this draft, in my opinion. One of the most underrated picks that we made. First off, Flores and Greer showed that they wanted Weaver bad. They didn't think about it. When you usually get to the fifth round, you're sitting there, best player available, you're taking them. But we got to the fifth round and we didn't sit there. We actually traded up to go grab him in the fifth because he was a steal. Many people had Curtis Weaver in their. He was actually listed as a top 100 player in the 2020 draft. And a top 100 player doesn't make it past the third round. And we got him in the fifth. I personally feel like Curtis Weaver can end up being just as good as a Cam Wake. Just as good as a Cam Wake. And a lot of people ask, why did Curtis Weaver fall in the draft then? He was projected to go second round or maybe third. Why did he fall in the draft? It's his body. the research I've done, it's particularly his body. Everybody loves him. He has a motor. He gets results. He gets the job done. He's relentless. He's a great pass rusher. But his measurables, a lot of scouts, they didn't like his measurables, his body type, the way that his body is structured. They just didn't like the fit. Also, there also were rumors that people question his maturity. I don't remember what the exact scenarios were about his maturity, but I remember when I researched Weaver, people had questioned his maturity, even dating back to college, obviously. And that was also a negative that dropped him in the draft. So please understand, this is a top 3-round player that could have even went in the 2nd round, guys. But we moved up to grab him in the 5th. And that means a lot to know that Flores and Greer put a few assets together to move up and grab this kid. Put a few assets together, moved up and grabbed this kid. Obviously, he was on their radar and they wanted him. You don't do that for just another Joe Schmo guy that you want to bring in. If you get him, you get him. If you don't, you don't. They packaged a few picks, moved up and got him. So that should speak volumes for itself, and it says a lot, man. So Curtis Weaver in particular, stay tuned, and I'll give you some more information on the rest of these guys in the draft. Probably on another stream soon coming up. You know, we'll address some of these guys individually as time go. But outside of that, somebody said better than Wake. Yeah, it's just that I can't disrespect Wake like that because he's already put the work in and done it. But yeah, he could be better than Wake. I just never say that he's a better Wake because Wake's already done it. But coming into this league, he was a better Wake because Wake didn't even get asked to come into this league. We got Wake from the CFL. So absolutely, man. Weaver, I love that pick. It was one of the most underrated picks for us. Huge pickup out of Miami Dolphins, y'all. Huge pickup, all right? Any last thoughts, Phinsanity, before we let people start their day?
How do I feel about Josh Boyer? He's like our defensive coordinator, right? Josh Boyer, I think. Oh, listen, I'm extremely confident.
He's the guy that actually is mainly credited for our success later in the season.
I'm very confident in him. Also, he has a great defensive-minded head coach. So if he has any questions, any concerns, Flores will wrinkle them out for him, iron them out for him. So it's great. It's great that he what he was able to do, get those guys ready. At the end, granted, I'm still the one who's going to look at it like, hey man, listen, we didn't play that much, that hard of competition late when we started being successful. But I am confident that Flores will have him ready. How about that? Because if you ain't ready, Flores has no problems. Give me that food. But other than that, thank you guys for waking up with TD. It was amazing.
And Phinsanity.
So all my Jersey people, I did not see you. So if you watch this later, I'm calling you out. If I can get up and be ready at 7 a.m., you can be up. Some guy said he was on the West Coast at 4 a.m. up watching us. So shout out to him. CB83, thank you. Hello, Marcus Jost. Thank you for coming through. Gamer God, Cloud Life, as always. Anthony Mazzano, thank you for the amazing, great questions that you always provide us with. George. Oh, yeah. George, you're one out of how many, though? I think JD Diesel was in here earlier, too, if I remember correctly.
Hey, George still says stop. Don't be doing Jersey like that. That's home.
It's my responsibility to make sure that Jersey's in the building, because Jersey always has to be in the building. Oh, hi, Jazza. So if I can get up with TD, listen, TD, thank you for this opportunity. You have made one of my goals come true. This was like a benchmark for me. Like, get on. Like, this is better than more impactful to me than the panel, because it's like, boom, first thing in the morning.
To join TD in the morning every morning. I appreciate that.
Every morning?
That's what's up, man. Thank you so much. I can't believe you just committed to that. Let's do it. Let's get up. I appreciate that, y'all. Y'all heard her live right here. say that she gonna be joining TD in the morning.
See you tomorrow, 7 a.m. Listen, guys.
That's right. That's right. I can't do it alone. It ain't easy, but we doing it, y'all. We getting up in the morning, y'all. Let's do it together, guys.
If you want, because I don't know if you're this early, if you want to do some trivia, I don't know if we're going to do it later today or tomorrow. We'll figure it out. Whenever there's time we do trivia, if you guys want to be a part of it, email me at Phinsanity5@gmail.com so I can get the matchups like together, ready to see how I'm going to format that for you guys. TD, can't wait for your streams. I'm losing my voice already. Cannot wait for your streams later. I am about to go power nap or something.
I hear you. I'm about to go cook the kids breakfast. I know that they're gonna sleep in, but I'm not gonna let them because we went to bed at 2 a.m. So I'm gonna go make breakfast. As soon as I'm done, I'm gonna be in the house banging the pan, saying, "Wake up, let's go." Hey, that's your choice to stay up late.
Babies. Don't do that to the
Oh,
babies.
it's happening. We got to get up in this house. We got work to do today. But this is TD FinStalk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Thank you for waking up with TD and Phinsanity in the morning. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Y'all have a blessed day. We'll see y'all soon. Stay up, y'all. Peace.
Bye, guys. Oh, man. Marcus Jones. My trivia is so easy.